believed that the government is doing a great job, that the Fed will stop handing out trillions of dollars like bailout candy, that Social Security would be there for you. That's not what's happening. You might even pass on gold if the stimulus package wouldn't fuel inflation, or that the dollar wouldn't lose value, or that your retirement would be secure. If all looks rosy to you, then now is not the time to buy gold. For the realist, there have never been more sobering reasons to diversify with gold. Since 2001, the U.S. dollar index has tanked 30% while gold has risen 300%. Right now, savvy investors are adding gold to their portfolios. You should too. Find out what they know. Call us and I'll send you 10 reasons why gold will do very well, free. 800-686-2237. 800-686-2237. That's 800-686-2237.
Let's talk tough. Let's talk comfort. Let's talk about down-home value, made in the USA blue jeans, like you wore as a kid. Remember?
There's a place down in Tennessee where they make blue diamond gusset jeans. They so pride in every stitch, guarantee you love the way they fit. They put a diamond gusset in the crotch where you need it most. Blue diamond gussets got it, others don't.
For good old-fashioned comfort, get diamond gusset jeans. Every stitch guaranteed. And our Defender motorcycle jean comes Kevlar reinforced. See them at GUSSET.com, that's gusset.com, or call 888-848-7738. That's 888-848-7738. Diamond gusset jeans got it, others don't.
I hear the train a-comin', it's rolling around the bend, and I ain't seen...
Okay, I know we've got Tim, Julio, Steve, Tim, Shannon, and others holding. The toll-free number to join us is 1-800-259-9231. Mike Rivero is our guest. Next hour, I'm going to personally spend quite a bit of time on the whole illegal alien situation. I believe we're a nation of immigrants. I believe we need more immigrants to the country legally. But when the government brings in these groups and then uses it to divide and conquer and gives them all this welfare and then makes them dependents of the state, I mean, I've looked at the voting numbers. I mean, you know, many of the immigrant populations, almost 90% tend to vote for bigger government, gun control. And so the government is basically using them as a political weapon. Now I look at the Arizona law. It's questionable whether it's constitutional. But then what does Arizona do when they're beginning to collapse in southern Arizona, just like Mexico is? Mexico is a failed state because of their phony drug war. 20-plus thousand deaths in the last 2 years alone. They're in a serious crisis. Mike Rivero, where do you see this going?
Well, I agree that, again, various politicians and political groups are trying to exploit the situation for their own immediate political gain. One of the issues that I have about this sudden flare-up of the Arizona law and the reaction to it, I mean, the Arizona law really is just a state implementation of existing federal law and a promise of more rigid enforcement, which the federal government has been sort of lax in doing. But I think one of the reasons they're trying to fan this up as an issue is as we head into this election season, this is the issue we're going to see more and more politicians campaigning on, rather than to allow any discussions about the economy or the wars in Iraq and Afghanistan and wherever else to come to the fore. And we've seen this in years past as an ongoing pattern where the politicians will decide we're going to run the campaigns on this issue over here because nobody dares talk about these really important things that are affecting everybody's lives over here. And so I think one of the reasons we're seeing such a furor whip up about this thing is, again, so to take the heat off of the economy and the wars. Now, one thing I did note is that over this last weekend when we had these pro-illegal immigration rallies, we've seen videotapes of the rioting that took place in Arizona when the law was passed. Over this last weekend, there was vandalism and damage up in Santa Cruz, for which the corporate media has basically turned a blind eye. If it had been the Tea Party in Santa Cruz breaking windows and damaging retail establishments, I think it would have been headline news across the country. I mean, let's face it, the immigration riots in Santa Cruz did more real physical damage than this bomb in Times Square, and yet the bomb in Times Square is getting the headline news.
That's right. I mean, to be specific, they had burning torches and set fire to a restaurant with people in it who had to escape. I mean, that is an act of attempted murder. And then the local ABC News channel interviewed 2 people who agreed with the rioters and said they have a reason to be upset. And so these illegal alien groups and their supporters feel like they're righteous. And so not only is the national media blacking this out, local media is egging it on like this was George Washington and the Tea Party. Meanwhile, they're claiming that Oath Keepers, myself, Ron Paul, many others, yourself and some of the documents, are basically terrorist enablers, and that we want all this violence when we're doing the opposite. They've tried to keep Hispanics, blacks, and Asians from joining the Tea Parties by saying it's racial in the last year and a half, when it never had anything to do with that. So we see this divide and conquer taking shape.
Well, my main concern, of course, is that following the riots that took place in Arizona, and we started seeing Obama talking about coming in and intervening and interfering with the Arizona law, my concern is that if there is any interference in the Arizona law after the rioting took place, the message that will be received is that rioting works. And people all across the country are going to be looking at what happened with, oh, they riot in Arizona, they get the immigration bill overturned by the federal government. They're going to say, well, let's riot for what we want. Taxes too high, let's have a riot. Don't like the wars, let's riot.
Let me stop you. Absolutely key. What did Obama do when he was a U.S. Senator with Odinga? We have the emails, they're public. He told his cousin, burn buildings, attack. The Muslim minority did not win the election, so they created a prime ministership along with the president for Odinga so he would stop burning down churches. And so exactly, the media is saying, you burn things down as our political army, and we'll protect you and not talk about it. But then we'll blame the Tea Parties and claim they're burning things down when it never happened.
Yeah, it is. It's manufactured terror, and it's going to be put onto a scapegoat. It's Nazi tactics all over again, and they're turning it basically against those of us who want to restore the republic.
Well, we're going to go bankrupt if we don't stem the tide of illegal immigration. I mean, that's why Rome fell. And it'd be one thing if there wasn't welfare for these people, and if we, taught them about the Bill of Rights, the Constitution, they joined the Freedom Tribe, because we're all tribal. So we better have a tribe of freedom and liberty and get past skin color. But if we don't do that, then we've got to kick these people out. We've got to shut the borders down because the globalists are using them as a political weapon. Great points, Mike. Stay there. We're going to come back, talk about this and other subjects.
We're on the march. The empire's on the run. Alex Jones and the GCN Radio Network.
Let me tell you a little bit about one of our great sponsors, HomeGain.com. This is the place to get you started buying or selling a home, finding a realtor, and getting any real estate questions answered. Go to HomeGain.com and see what I'm talking about. All you need to do is type in your home address, and you will get an instant free estimate of your home's value online. This is a great way to be able to monitor the value of your home. And again, it's absolutely free. There are tons of tools to help you. For instance, if you want to remodel your home, go to HomeGain.com. Use their Home Sale Maximizer to help you determine which home improvements can most increase your home's value before you put it on the market. For 10 years, these folks have been helping home sellers and buyers. Visit their link at Infowars.com. Look for Max, the orange home gain gorilla, to help you with any real estate needs you might have. You'll love this site. It's HomeGain.com. HomeGain.com. Check them out today. Hello, this is Alex Jones with some important questions. If you're going into a battle and they give you a rifle and a sidearm, how much ammunition do you want? My answer would be all I can get. In the battle for freedom and the lives of your loved ones, food is your only ammunition. How much do you want? When do you want it? Now or after the battle starts? When will you need it? Can you buy it without proper identification? Will there be any food? Will it make your children sick? If there's a quarantine and you can't feed yourself, will you go to the gathering center and be immunized? You wipe out all these problems if you have a good food supply. Food is your ammunition to fight for your freedom and your life. How much will you need? We don't know. How much do you want? All you can get. I'm Alex Jones. I want all of you good guys to live to fight another day. Call 1-800-409-5633 or check it out on the web at efoodsdirect.com. Again, that number, 1-800-409-5633. Hi, this is Alex Jones. Did you know that the global elite are now storing non-hybrid seeds in secret storage vaults near the Arctic Circle? Did you know that in a real meltdown, non-hybrid seeds can become more valuable than silver or gold? It's true, seeds have outperformed even gold and silver before in this country, and it's possible that could even happen again. So our friends at Solutions from Science have put together the perfect mix of non-hybrid seeds. They call it a survival seed bank, and it can produce an endless supply of nutrient-dense food for you and your family. And here's the best part. These seeds have not been genetically modified in any way, and you actually get enough seeds to plant a full-acre crisis garden. So visit them today at survivalseedbank.com. That's survivalseedbank.com, or give them a call at 877-327-0365. That's 877-327-0365. Remember, in a real crisis, non-hybrid seeds are the ultimate barter item. This is Alex Jones for survivalseedbank.com. We're going back to Mike Rivero here in just a moment and your phone calls.